I've spent my entire life in the forests of Falkreath, and though the king is generous and just to my kind, I have never known a proper home. I seek a place where an ogre can truly feel free to be raucous and wild. A place where my children could be safe, a swamp to call their own. But first I must seek the wisest of my kind. Far north on the coasts of High Rock, they tell me, you will know where to start.
What's up, everybody? It's Soul, and today we're here once again in Elder Kings 2, and this time for something a little different. This is actually our very first, which I can't believe it, so it doesn't sound real, but this is our very first custom character in Elder Kings 2, and this is Master Thek of the Swamp Hunters. And if you couldn't get my illusions at the beginning of the video, this is Shrek's dad, or at least I would like to think that he is. And his goal is simple. He wants to find a swamp where he can be away from everybody and live free with his children, or hopefully anyway. Master Thek is ambitious, he's eccentric, he's brave, he's a skilled tactician, a rough terrain expert, he is strong, he's shrewd, and he was born under the sign of the Lord, and he is from the Bone Stack clan. First we get the bone, then we stack him, which is a great motto in my opinion. He has 6 diplomacy, 16 martial, 10 stewardship, 8 intrigue, and 10 learning, as well as 23 prowess because he's an ogre, so he's pretty strong. He worships the Cult of Malekith, which is different than the one that the orcs worship, because there's a couple different kinds. The Cult of Malekith honors the Keeper of the Bloody Curse and upholds his strictest principles. They see themselves surrounded by enemies due to the nature of their prince, and they are ready to fight and die to preserve their faith, which felt kind of appropriate. It'd be cool if he could get Champion of Malekith, but every time I say that I want them to do something, he'll get like, Moly Ball or something terrible, so we're not going to do that. They have, obviously, Unrelenting Faith, Warmonger, and Contempt for the Weak. So this character is not going to be necessarily war-focused at first, but he does have pretty good stats for it, so I think I'm still going to make him martial-focused. We'll do Valor, and we can also work on Overseer because he's an ogre, and I feel like that makes sense. In addition to that, available camp purposes, I'm kind of torn because I wouldn't mind being a sword for hire, but I also was like, an explorer would also make a lot of sense because he's going to be wandering around. Wanderer also still works. We don't necessarily have to change this one yet. We could probably just leave ourselves as wanderers. I don't think necessarily he wants to be a sword for hire, he just would. So I'm going to leave this for now. Choose our patron, obviously. The Daedric Prince of the Spurned, Malekith rules over the Ash Pit in Oblivion. He is typically depicted as an orc wielding a sword or axe. Malekith has dedicated followers among the orcs, and many living by his creed, the Code of Malekith. There you are. I am now a follower of Malekith, which gives -1 to diplomacy, but +3 to prowess. So now he has, what, 26? Pretty solid. Pretty solid spread. So if you saw by the introduction to the video, we have to make our way north, and that's to Dun Creek, which is Chieftain Sharpeye of Dun Creek's home. He doesn't really like me because of our faith. It doesn't really matter because it's wrong. But he lives up here, and obviously we're way down here, so it's going to take me a second to get up there. But I have a bit of a plan for this. It's going to be more of a narrative run. Probably not super long in the recording or in the telling, but hopefully it's something entertaining all the same. So to start, we're going to probably just hit go, just to get our... Oh, we gain the giant trait as well. Dang, really? They get giants? Dude, that's actually awesome. That's a perfect trait. So now he has 32 prowess. His health is probably not amazing because I think it gives you a minor health penalty, but maybe that's being countered by strong. Let's see who's up for recruitment. Okay, so we do have an orc, or an ogre actually. She could be solid. He's solid. He is solid. I'm going to do Lug Run. He'll join for free, so we're going to say yes to Lug Run. So this is our first follower, our friend. Probably just going to make him my second because I have no other choice. Literally, who else would it be? He's average, so that's fine. He's not a good physician. He's an okay caravan master, so we'll make him that too. And I can also have him work on his skills, so he'll just improve himself over time. It looks like we have raised building twice. Those are kind of expensive, so let's try and gather some provisions, maybe. Got a bunch of food, nice. And then we're going to try and travel to... Let's try to go to the Reach, at least get close to where we're going. And we'll go from there. Maybe... We'll get some Pathfinder gear and maybe a Wilderness kit or Arid Explorers or... I don't have any money to really hire anybody, so I need to just kind of take the licks as they come. We'll scout for talent along the way just because that's all we got. So we're going to start moving the camp. Hopefully nothing too crazy happens along the way, and then we'll see what happens. But I hope that you guys enjoy this video. A willing follower. Bodyguard. I can only pay you in food, so I'm going to pay you in food. I visited the memorial grounds. Since its earliest days, Falkreath has stood as a silent witness to battle, blood, and brotherhood. Here lies Skyrim's greatest cemetery, where heroes rest, legends linger, and the soil drinks of the past. Those who walk its ground feel the weight of honor and the call to greatness. Visitors find comfort and reflection on the graves of Falkreath's fallen. The It's famous for its giant graveyard, although in Skyrim they made it kind of small. I felt like it should have been like enormous, but it wasn't. This will be an army someday. Oh, and this can give us a couple more, so there it's popping up. I was actually not sure if it was going to. This guy's actually solid. Oh yeah, I'm gonna grab these two just because they seem like they're really, really good. I almost wonder if that guy's gonna be better. Yeah, he is. Only lose 25, that's not terrible. This guy, I should probably work on swaying him. I'm going to be amiable. Be amiable guy. He's a little mad at me for getting rid of him, but we have a pretty solid spread here. We could do definitely some missions for sure. A story in stone. Markarth's storied past dates back to the first era when the dwarves established Nishan Zel within the heart of Karthmod Mountain. After their enigmatic departure around the year 1E700, the Reachfolk took over, creating Markarth, a stronghold ruled by an Ard, or king. In 1E1033, Empress Hestra and her legion seized Markarth, incorporating it into the Elysian Empire. Despite persistent Reachfolk resistance, the city underwent a transformation into a bustling metropolis it is today, retaining the remarkable dwarven architecture in its walls and structures. We'll learn about the architecture. And we visited the capital, or the kingdom, and we also visited the Sealed Vaults, which is built. Markarth is built atop the bones of Nishan Zel, the ancient dwarven city. In its heart is the Understone Keep, a fortress carved deep into the mountain, immune to sieges and time alike. The keep is a symbol of endurance, and its restoration marks a new era of strength for the Reach. Most of the dwarven halls remain sealed, but even the upper tiers offer formidable protection from invasion. Oh yeah, there we go. And we also have Hunt Criminals, which is great. Escort Emissary is fantastic. That's like, what, 60 gold every time? Alright, so we're doing some contracts. Gotta make some money so that we can make the rest of our way over here. Although we're not far from Dun Creek, so I probably will chill in Markarth for a minute, just because it makes sense. Alright, now let's go hunt some criminals. That could be a fun one. I think we can get this one for sure. I'm also really strong, so he should be able to. The Wisp Mother. During my perilous wanderings through Skyrim, I found myself traversing the treacherous terrain of a frozen, forgotten hill cloaked in an eerie twilight. Amidst the bone-chilling mist, a palpable sense of dread loomed as I beheld a spectral figure in the distance. Cloaked in tattered rags and veiled in an ethereal shroud, the being's ghastly visage was obscured, adding an air of mystique to the encounter. As I cautiously approached, an unsettling stillness enveloped the surroundings. Suddenly, with a bone-chilling wail that echoed throughout the desolation, the Wisp Mother materialized in a blizzard of frost. Her wraith-like form exuded an aura of malevolence, and her pallid hands shimmered with frigid magic. The very air grew bitterly cold as she prepared to strike, a haunting embodiment of fear itself. I'm going to kill her. She beat me. Well, I was only wounded, though, so that's okay. I'm going to duel them right away. There we go. Beautiful. So off with her head, decapitated her, single combat victory. Criminal is hunted. I fear that we're going to have to get Proving Grounds because I can't recruit any men-at-arms at all. I have -1 because I'm a pariah, or only the strong, which sucks. Having only the strong blows for this guy. My wound is healed and I'm now scarred. Oh, interesting. Where's Scarp? I mean, all my camp could travel to Scarp. That wouldn't be so bad. We've arrived on time. We now have a hook on this person as well. Let's hunt another criminal. I mean, having a name for yourself as a criminal hunter is not necessarily a bad thing. How is my camp going? 3 months? Have at him. I'll fight him again. Hills and Fens, this is my domain. Strike, parry, riposte, of course. GG, kid. Ain't that just the way? Bye-bye. I think we have to have... Yes. I'm going to upgrade the pavilion to rank 2, because I think that is what will let me have 1. Although my limit will probably still be 0. New martial perk. Beautiful. Love to see it. Let's see. Enduring hardships is probably really solid. I'm going to do stalwart leader, though. And we can continue on. I think we can actually just make it there now to Dun Creek if we wanted to. Yeah, it's only 870. I do think we should do like one more thing. Settle boundary dispute is really easy, so let's just try and do that real fast. Where dragons rest. Scattered across Skyrim's rugged terrain, dragon mounds are ancient sites with a mysterious past, comprising concentric rings of paving stone. They blend seamlessly into the landscape. Unmarked on maps and seemingly unremarkable, these enigmatic mounds remain hidden in plain sight, but while traveling around Ragnvald, I think, I seem to have spotted one of them hidden among the mountains. Forged during the first era by the dragon cult survivors, these mounds became the final resting place for the dragons that perished during the Dragon War. The cultists, unwavering in their faith, anticipated the dragon's resurrection. It looks like we're being ambushed, so we're going to stand as one, hopefully not die. And I gained the trait Defender. Dude. Okay, well, we did bad at that. I don't think you should be asking an ogre how to build a building, to be honest with you. I'm going to move my camp there, just because it's close. Go a little further. We'll get out of this area. These guys should like me enough. Alright, so now we're here. Let's do hired muscle. We can chill over there for a second. We're sort of just doing contracts, as one would, in the area. In my visit to the Reach, I encountered its diverse inhabitants and complex dynamics. The indigenous Reachmen, with their misunderstood shamanic practices and unique heritage, stood out, while rogue factions perpetuate violence. Once hostile orc tribes have mostly embraced peaceful coexistence. The proud and grudge-prone Nords also call the Reach home, coexisting with the groups of Redguards and Bretons, who generally live harmoniously with the Nords. Despite persistent tensions, the Reach offers a captivating blend of cultures. So many different battle tactics coming together. And we're going to sit here for a bit. just doing this. He's just, you know, fighting corruption. Oh, my follower has a tamed mud crab. That's really fun. And the pavilion is done. So let's see what we can do now. I don't think we can. Yeah, we still have to get to the next rank. Actually, not even the next rank. It's going to be like a while from now. Let's do a barber's tent just because that's usually really helpful. And I'm going to need to save a lot of money anyway if we're going to want to build. Because it sucks he's not allowed technically to have men-at-arms. But if we could just get some ogres, I feel like we'd be solid. So I guess if you're ever attempting to do this, just keep in mind that only the strong will make it so that you have a harder time. Okay. So I lost my second. It looks like one of them just decided that he was going to leave. So I guess Colin is going to be my second. And Azazaz, who is this guy's wife, is now this person. Whatever. Ooh, a raised building quest rank 2 for 166 gold. That would be huge, actually. Let's go there. Remember, we're here to earn... It says 88% chance. Actually, we should be able to do this. Okay, so he spent a couple years. So I guess our journey, he started in Falkreath. He went up to Markarth. And he spent a few months there. And then he went up north to this land where the orcs live, up on the mountain, the mountain orcs. And he decided to work up there for a bit. Men-at-Arms recruitment cost is big, that it's down. I remember when this first came out. Like when the Roads to Power first came out, the Men-at-Arms reduction for that and the Overseer tree was actually insane. I think it was like 80% or something stupid. Like, they were basically free. I have a new Master in Arms. This person just came into my camp. They're a veteran adventurer. They're gallant. They have a bunch of stuff. Oh my goodness. Could I arrange a marriage? Oh, you couldn't marry me. Oh, I'm so lonely. We can execute the scheme with confidence, and we have successfully built a building. I'm assuming we just, you know, threw up a bunch of rocks. This just increases the size of the regiments. You have to wait till you get to number of men-at-arms regiments plus 2 before I can actually build anything, so we're gonna have to wait a little while. All right, well, let's move then. We've been here long enough. It's been a couple years. Maybe we can just go visit that guy. Oh, he lives here. I thought he lived in Duncreek. Okay, so he lives here. All right, we're gonna move our camp. And we'll get some, not Scout for Talent, Pathfinder gear, Wilderness gear. Yeah, that'll be good. Okay, cool. Let's head over there. And we're just heading up. We actually had a video here forever ago, I want to say. Oh yeah, you do get minus 20. Dang, those are cheap. A woman of unusual skill. After we have been traveling for a while, I've noticed there's something about Arakul. Every morning she's up training, swinging her blade around. Even tonight, when everyone else is busy enjoying their food, she is off on her own, going through her awe-inspiring exercises. Will you teach me the way? I now am an aspiring blade master. So over the course of this, he's gained blade master, defender, and flexible leader, and also traveler. So dude, good for him. Happy for you. Shrek's dad's pretty sick. This lad is actually here, so why don't we try to escort an emissary really quick, and then once we're done with that, we will try to seek an audience with this guy and see what he has to say.
Are you the one they call Sharp Eye, my lord? Yes, that is I. Why did you seek me out, my son? It has been a long time since I've seen an ogre of your characteristics here. We are a peaceful people. There's no war for you here. I do not seek war, my lord. I seek home. Tell me, do you know of a place, a swamp, where an ogre could truly be free? Yes. Yes, I do believe I know of a place. Come, do you see this map? This is Tamriel, where you and I live. Along the coast of the southeast is a place called Black Marsh, surrounded in jungles and wetlands. But the Argonians lay claim to much of the territory. There are still a few places left that an ogre of considerable skill could lay claim to. Along the coast there is an island called Podomi. It is isolated, wet, fertile, jungle and swamp. Perfect for what you describe. But the journey will be long, and you will need to prepare. I see you have no army with you. You will need to change that.
Alright, so you heard the man. We have got to assemble an army and make our way all the way over here, all the way to Blackmarsh, to this place called Podomi Isle in Sea Falls, or it's part of the Seafall Kingdom, and hopefully find a way to take it over from whoever happens to live there at the time. I don't know if this is going to successfully happen, but we're certainly going to give it a go. But before we do all that, we're going to need to make a bit of money because I need another 450 gold before I can make the next rank of this pavilion. And that's not going to come by itself, so I'm going to start working on some contracts here. And hopefully we'll excel at all of those, do really well. I may end up moving just to see if there's anything better. But for now, I'm gonna remain in the ogre territory because I think we'd do okay. I think that he would let us stay here, even though he doesn't worship the same faith as me. You know, he is an ogre, and I do feel like he would like me, right? I feel like he would be like, oh yeah, absolutely, dude, stay over here. But we don't have to stay here either. We can also go to another territory. There's another place, another ogre that I know of who lives like in the Ursulaco lands. So we could go there. Colin dies. Colin's severely hydrated. Colin, drink some water. So there is this guy over here in the Urshalaku lands. He lives in this Releth territory. We could try to move our camp to visit him. I don't know how long that would take. Actually, it's only 1,400, and it's not too bad, actually. So if we hire experienced captains, we will have no penalty, and we'll just travel over the sea. So that's what I'm going to do. Now that we're here, this will also get us closer to Black Marsh, which is where we're trying to go. Just passed by Solitude. Look at this. Look at this journey. This guy's really going on an odyssey. He was just spent his whole life in Falkreath, and now he's traversed damn near all of this. That's a lot. I mean, good for him. It's been 16 game years. Hopefully, I don't know how long ogres live, but hopefully we live long enough to actually even do something. Perfect. Perfect, perfect, perfect. We excelled at the contract. He could probably also end up giving us... Oh yeah, this is perfect. This is exactly what I was looking for. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about, baby. That's what I'm talking about. And another one excelled, another successful one. We only have to do, what, a little bit more, and then we'll be able to get that one. So we actually might not have too much trouble getting at least one of these. 75, and there we go. So we now just need 100 more gold, and then we'll be solid. But we can visit this capital holding. We're going to sit here, because, you know, we're among our kind. And I can also potentially... Oh, that sucks. Poor guy. Okay, I would like to point out that I've just been informed by my sources here, because I'm in Morrowind, and I was asking about the place. I was telling them about it. And it turns out that the Slavers Guild down here of House Dress has actually taken over this island, and now there's going to be literally no way for me to do this, because they have 2 allies. Their allies' combined strength is over 5,000, so we're going to have to pivot and find a different swamp for ourselves. What the heck? Amidst my travels, Red Mountain grumbles, its fiery presence casting an ominous shadow. Its slopes stained with warriors red evoke a relentless beast poised to strike. Restless nights are haunted by dreams of billowing ash and spouting flames. Whispers of legends and myths entwine with ash and wind. Within me the power of Muluk resonates. Tales of brave treasure echo. Tales of brave treasure hunters echo, their fate sealed in the mountain depths. Red Mountain unyielding awaits a force for good or evil to claim its power. Muluk use its might to teach us to be humble. I think what I'm going to do is I'll actually come up here to Soulstein, and I will, because I've discovered from this guy here that there's actually a nice wetland right here that would be perfect for me. Oh, except this guy, if he ends up winning this, I would be cooked. Nice. Okay, there we go. So I have 541. I can upgrade my pavilion to rank 4, which will mean that I'll actually be able to have a men-at-arms slot. And now the other place that I wanted to take is also gone. Oh my god. It sucks. You know what? That's not too bad. It's a little tiny waste. Nobody really likes it. So now I'm training some goblin warriors. This guy's literally just a trainer of knights. This poor man. He gained Wise Man? What the hell? This guy's getting every trade. Every time, first time. I think it was a 2% chance that he got Wise Man. So he's traveled a lot. He's seen a lot of the world. I feel like he has at least become knowledgeable. But it is disappointing that every time we go somewhere, he finds out that you can't go there. Maybe that's the point. Maybe home is what you make of it. Let's just get out of here. We'll gather some provisions again. And I'll go back to that guy. This dude over here. Oh, wait a minute. Oh, he's wandering. He's unlanded. And all the people are sick. God. This place, it's awful. There's no love for my people. I traveled the whole world and I found out that you just can honestly just stay in Falkreath. Although he's actually being subjugated. Jesus. It's only levies, so if we have pretty strong men-at-arms, we'd be fine. So I'm going to still try and shoot for this. We'll see where it goes. Just all the way to the Kingdom of Daggerfall, just to see if there's any contracts over there. Get out of this area. A snake decapitated. Good. He actually has been losing a lot of the time, so I'm happy that he won for once. And now we can finally get 1 men-at-arms, so we can get our Ogre Brigade, or Brigand. Is it Brigand or Brigade? It's Brigand. Okay. So once we get here, we'll do a couple contracts. Probably try to get a couple of those. With a few hundred of those, we should be fine. Maybe if I get some money, I'll also be able to get some mercenaries, and then I can use them to sort of take this area over. Because we'll lose the adventurer penalty, and I think we can also raid. But it doesn't really matter because he's just trying to find a home. That's kind of the goal, right? What is this? This is all wetlands. Oh. Alright, we have made it to the Kingdom of Daggerfall, which is actually excellent because it looks like there's a bunch of contracts, which is perfect for me because I need to get a little bit of money. They're going to Wayrest. But what we need to do is we're going to go to Wayrest. We're going to get enough money, and we're going to try and get... I don't know how many Ogre Brigands I can get, but if I can get a few, I can actually attack this dude. His territory is all wetland. This would be perfect for me. He's also old. The size limit is 1 of 1. Okay. So I can upgrade our Proving Ground again, and I think what I'm going to have to do is probably upgrade that like twice, maybe 3 times. Or actually, you know what? I don't think it's going to make a difference. That will give us a bonus men-at-arms. Ooh, nice. Will give us more men-at-arms damage, though, which I guess is good. But we're going to probably just need to hire some mercenaries, honestly, because we only get 50 of these guys. Now we're in the final stages of this predicament that I'm in, where I want to conquer a swamp, but I need to have enough troops to actually do so. I wonder if, actually, can you do a... Who is this? Baroness. Would you do a grand tournament if I asked you to do one? I wonder. I'm going to ask him and see what happens. Because I'm going to try and see if I can get my prestige up to illustrious. That might give me... I cannot remember if that gives you any... Ooh, wait a minute. I discovered an artifact inside of some ruins. It was an Elysian bow. Very well made bow, crafted back in the days of St. Elysia. Messengers and envoys of the Elysian Order owned the most exquisite ones as badges of office. Few dared to harm someone bearing such a bow. The bowstring is sturdy and the arms are wrapped warlike excerpts of the 77 inflexible doctrines. What the heck? He has excellent aptitude for this contest. Let's see how he does. It looks like he won. He did! Good job, buddy. Hell yeah. Nice. Okay, so he won an archery contest. So this man has, like, traveled the world. He's won an archery contest now. I'm always down to do some traveling. Proving grounds. The next one is this one, so we'll probably just have to keep upgrading it. Do some travel contracts. And then, once we have enough, I should be able to at least get the rank 2. I don't even know. It's still -1, so I'm worried that when we upgrade that all the way, it's still only going to be like 1 that you can get. Instead of, you know, a lot. Britons celebrate the harvest festival in an attempt to placate Shior, the bad man, the ancient Breton god of crop failure. According to tradition, appeasing the bad man will ensure good fortune and a bountiful harvest. Fresh apples and bags of grain are burned on the sacrificial altar in honor of the divine's rest, followed by a great party. I'll join them. Sure. So now he's got an overseer. So we're going up here to Bedama, which actually has a sacred grove. The weird tree is a living covenant between the ancient Bretons and the earth bones of High Rock, manifesting as an immense sacred tree. It is both sanctuary and shrine to the nature-worshipping weird coven. I did not say that right, I'm sorry. Pilgrims, witches, and wise women gather here to seek wisdom, performing rites and draw upon the natural magic of Nirn. The witches of Hag Fence. While traversing Greybourne Court, I accidentally stumbled upon the Hag Fence, a rather unpleasant surprise. As I tried to quietly backtrack and leave the area, I inadvertently stepped on its way, causing a raucous noise that drew the attention of the resident hags. These peculiar and deformed witches, armed with walking staffs, took offense at my presence. Quickly, I found myself on the run, leaving behind some of my gear as I sprinted through the fens. As I darted through the swamp, narrowly avoiding crocodiles, the relentless hags pursued me. The hags' cackles and curses filled the air. Echoing through the dense vegetation, I knew I needed to find a way out of this treacherous bog and escape the clutches of the swamp witches. Enough running. Time to fight. I'm going to fight these hag fens. Oh, beautiful. And now I have widely known glory. Beautiful. That's what you like to see. Almost enough to do a duchy conquest. Actually, I do. I have just enough. Exactly enough. So that's really good. All right, this is the last upgrade we can get for this. So we'll have to see if this will give us any sort of bonus. Like if this will actually work or if I'm just going to have to save money for mercenaries. This is going to kind of decide that. Let's see. Proving ground is rank 4. And it looks like we cannot increase the size. So it's -1 and now the max size is still 0, which is unfortunate. So that was a lot of wasted money. However, once we're landed, it won't be. So I guess that's fine. So we are going to have to go the mercenary route. Probably like the Knights of the Isles. So we're just doing contracts now, trying to save some money so that I can get some troops, and then we'll go and try to attack that guy. Let's get on with our tasks. This guy's got it. Of course, he's fighting a war against tyranny. This would be the perfect time for me to hit him, but I cannot get over there. I have an idea. I wonder if I call him and then I just get the special mercenaries to come. I wonder if they would say yes. I could probably try that. I'm going to invade him for his duchy. And then, oh, these aren't actually that expensive. I'm going to call in the Great Bulwark, and I'll call in... probably these guys. Fine. He took my Elysian bow, but I think I'd be able to win this. Oh, this might work though. It looks like they have enough troops. I just don't know if they're going to actually attack anybody, but if they do, this could be perfect. I cannot participate though, because if I move, I will die. It looks like they came to attack me and I actually ended up winning. That's insane. If they can hold out here for 15 months, we might actually win this war just with the help of mercenaries. And then I'd get most of the money that I spent. Unreal, he's gonna win again. Whoa, this actually worked out. That's insane. I did not think that was gonna work. We actually did it. That's crazy. Those ogres are so strong. What the hell? I didn't realize how strong they were gonna be. This is nuts. Hold on. Let me finish. We'll do chivalry, just because it's gonna get that advantage bonus, which is we're gonna definitely need. I'm worried someone's going to attack me. This does not count towards the war score, so I'm going to do that. And I think I can actually get another... Oh, I cannot. My men-at-arms regiment is maxed out, but we did get some light footmen, so I guess that's something. Really great defensive bonuses. This will also end the war, and then we'll get that money. Beautiful. Done. Unbelievable. I actually did not think that was going to work. 23 is the bonus for that. That's actually insane. There we go. Wow. Okay, well, you saw it here first. We started off as a landless adventurer in Falkreath. We traveled up here. We met with the man who is now landless himself over here. And then we went all the way over here, and then we found out through word through the grapevine, which that ogre is also now landless. That's crazy. We found out word through the grapevine that the slavers had taken over the area, and so we came over here trying to find something to do, and we ended up taking over the chiefdom of Gradkeep, which is not incredibly strong, and he probably won't be able to hold on to it for very long, but I'd like to think that when he has a son, he's going to grow up to be somebody pretty important, pretty special. I also think it's kind of interesting that this would definitely be like Farquaad would definitely be from Daggerfall. I think that's what we're going to say is canon. And I hope that you enjoyed this. I am not going to try to continue to play this because I'm sure he's going to get rocked any day now. But thank you so much for watching. This was a really stupid idea for a video. It didn't even go where I wanted it to, but I hope that you enjoyed it.
A land all our own. And look, do you see it, my beloved? Swamp. Beautiful swamp. All ours. Forever.